Hey guys, what's going on? This is Dio from Red Diamond Mobile Auto Detailing, and today I want to kind of make a video that's a little bit different. This isn't much of a how-to video. This is more just a conversation. And I wanted to talk about setting expectations, and in that is going to be talking about working on customers that have neglected vehicles. Behind me is a 2016 Kia Soul, and I'll pull the camera in. This car is beaten to hell and back. And it's just primarily just the automatic car washes, but I mean, it's got bug etchings in it. The glass needs a really good polish on it because it's just got so many contaminants in it. The car's just been run down for years and just has not been taken care of. As far as I'm aware, talking to the customer, this is the first detail that she's ever had with this particular vehicle. So again, 3 years, 3.5 years of just sitting outside every single day. She goes out of town at least once, or twice a month, driving 1,000 miles. So, I mean, like I said, this car has just been seriously neglected. Now, as far as setting expectations, when you're doing a customer's car and they bring you a car that's been neglected for years and they get the very bottom package, like the cheapest thing, right? If you don't set expectations, they're going to come after you, right? So, if a client doesn't take their vehicle to a detailer, they just take it through the automatic car wash for $6, right? That's all they have to compare your business to, is that $6 car wash. So they're going to think, let's just make a number. If I'm paying $6 for an automatic car wash and it looks great, right? Because, again, that's their mind. We obviously know what's happening, but the everyday customer just doesn't know. They go through that automatic car wash, it beats the hell out of their paint and scratches it all up. It gets sprayed with that silicone, that liquid silicone that we all love so much, and then it comes out and it looks shiny and it looks clean, right? To them, again, look at it from their eyes. So for $6, they're going to think, if I pay somebody $100, it's going to look brand new, right? That's me treating myself. It's almost getting restored, right? Whereas we know that's far from the truth, right? So again, when you get a call from a customer and you get a neglected car, you should always set expectations with any customer, that's for sure. I don't know why my camera is breaking out. You should always set expectations for sure. But I find that with these particular customers, when they bring me their vehicles, that they expect way more than usual. I'll give an example. I have a customer that had an H2 Hummer. It was a 2006. And this thing was not only neglected from years and years of just busy, busy life. I get it. The car needed a full restoration as far as the paint, as far as all the plastics, trim. Everything needed to be hydrated. The leather was seriously dehydrated. Literally, interior and exterior was just on the brink of just disaster. To top that all off, the customer had accidentally ran through highway lane paint, right? That bright-ass yellow paint that they paint on the highways, which is it's made from a type of plastic. So the point of it is that when they put it down, it's not going to go anywhere for decades, right? It's unbelievably durable as far as any kind of paint goes. So this paint's all over all the plastic, the wheel wells, the wheels, the side of the car, the rearview mirror, everything, right? The side mirrors. It's all over everything, right? The point is, the customer called me, and the expectation from them was like, this car, I want to bring it back. I want everything done. I want to bring it back to life. This is my baby. I'm going to take care of it. I want to have it for as long as I possibly can. Everything gets done. When I show up, she's kind of numbering off. We're walking around the car, and she's going, well, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And I was kind of overwhelmed writing all this down, and I'm taking notes and, getting everything together. And she goes, all right, so what do you think? And I'm like, well, we're talking about 3-4 days of work. This isn't just like I can do this today. This is going to take half a week, and it's going to cost you, it's going to cost a couple $1,000s to get this done. And she looked at me and she goes, oh, I was thinking like $200 or $300. That was a real answer from her. And I was like, no, not even close. It's going to cost me that in products alone, to get this car to where it needs to go, let alone the countless hours of what it's going to take for me to actually put the time into fixing it. And so we ended up just going with just an exterior detail, So we went from thousands of dollars and days of work to just a 90, I think it was 120 exterior detail. And that was it. And she wasn't happy as far as I know. And I understand that, and that's setting expectations. We talked about it for quite a while, talking about what it would take to get that vehicle to where it needed to go, and still didn't get the concept. Just still was upset because her expectations were already set. $300, I'm going to get a brand new car, right? Which was way unrealistic, right? So again, setting expectations, she can't be mad at me at that exterior detail because I explained to her what that 120 was going to take, what it was going to cost her, and what was going to be, what was going to take for it. And at no point did I, mention that it was going to restore the vehicle. It was just going to clean it, just for that week. We weren't even putting any protection on it. So setting expectations, super important. It saves you, right? So if you have a customer that has way higher expectations and you don't deliver, they're going to think, if, again, they're only doing the $6 car wash and they pay $150, whatever, for you to come out, they're going to think you ripped them off, right? They're going to go, well, that's literally what I got for the car wash. So they're going to think, you should be doing 25 times more work than that car wash, right? And obviously that's just not realistic. That's not how things work. All right, guys, so I hope this helped you out. This was just a real quick video. It was just something I was thinking about while I was doing this car. As you all know, online clout, reviews and things like that. That's every business's bread and butter. That's where most of our traffic comes from. So preventing that sometimes means not taking that customer, right? The great thing about being a business owner is that you can make decisions, and sometimes that means, and I do this all the time, hey, we're not a good fit. Talk to the customer, and you get a good feel about what they want, and talk price and things like that. And sometimes it's just not a good fit, and you would rather that happen than they spend their hard-earned money and be mad at you because of a miscommunication or something like that. It's funny, one of my red flags is if a customer calls me, a potential client, if they call me, and this happens all the time, so let me know if this happens to you too, because this is an interesting thing. I'll have potential clients call me, and they'll go, hey, is this the mobile detailing shop? And I'll say, yes, it is, and introduce myself and things like that. And then they go, what do you charge? I think that's a very interesting question because I'm hard-pressed to find any field where that's your first question. That's literally how it goes. My name is Joe. Are you the mobile detailing shop? Yes, sir. My name is Dio. How you doing today? Doing well. Yourself? Doing good. What do you charge? That is exactly how it goes. And that happens to me with 75% of my calls, right? And immediately when I hear that, we're not going to be a good fit. I can already tell. And here's why. So if you're calling and you're just price quoting, right? You're doing that with 4 different businesses. You're looking for the cheapest one. That's just how it is, right? And I'll explain why. So again, name another field where that's what happens. Like, hey, is this A and B plumbing? Yeah. What do you charge? For what? So I make a joke to my detailing friends. I go, I'm going to start saying $1,000. So when I get that sentence, hey Joe, whatever, when I get that deal, and they go, what do you charge? I'm going to go $1,000. And they're going to go, for what? Exactly. What are we talking about here? We could be talking about anything. You have said nothing about the vehicle, what you want, nothing. You're just asking what I charge, right? And it's strange because I can't be the first business that they're calling. They've had to call previous businesses. So it's just odd that at some point they haven't changed their form of question. that it's still the same thing. What do you charge? What do you charge? What do you charge? And I actually put this up in my newsletter, which if you're not subscribed, it's absolutely free. What are you doing? If you go to my website, and I'll post the link below, it's reddiamonddetail.com. All you do is put in your email, and you are automatically entered into, all the newsletters, which talks about everything from detailing tips to what's going on in my business to keep me up to date with all social media. It's just great. Why would you not do it? It's my oxygen, as Gary V would say. So do it. Click the link below. Anyways, talked about this in one of my newsletters, is how to arm yourself with the right questions to ask a potential detailer, right? Because when you ask me what I charge, you have no idea the value that's there, except monetarily, right? So you need to ask questions like, well, what does that include? What products do you use? What techniques do you use? How long do you spend on the vehicle? Again, if you're price quoting and you call somebody and they go, I charge $150, and then you call guy 2 and he goes, I charge $150. You have no information. If guy 1 is spending 15 minutes on an exterior and he just power washes it, versus guy 2 who spends 3 hours on it and hand washes it and does that, applies wax and all that stuff, right? You didn't know that because you didn't ask certain questions. So setting expectations, incredibly important. And like I said, sometimes you do have to let go of certain customers. Sometimes it's not worth that $50 versus the damage that they can do to you online. So I hope this helps. So if you have any questions, email me at dogreen@ymail.com. Comment below. I'll make sure to answer all those. Take care, guys. Thanks.